This is not financial advice. I'm recording my thoughts about Alphabet stock. Alphabet just reported their earnings and the stock is up by about 6.5% and it is currently trading at about $130. In the most recent quarter, they grew their revenue by about 7% to make $74.6 billion. And the net profit margin is about 25%. Their net income was about $18.3 billion. Look at how their individual revenue segments are doing. Previously, I made a detailed valuation video about Google in which I went over most of these individual business segments, and I will include the link in the pinned comment. With the advent of ChatGPT, there was a worry that Google search business is going to get disrupted and they may not grow and they may even decelerate. In the most recent quarter, Google search business grew by about 5% from $40 billion to about $42 billion. So the deceleration did not occur. The growth rate is in the low single digits, which is typical because they already have 90% plus market share in the Google search and other business. And the more important part here is the Google Cloud, which grew by about 28%. They're significantly smaller when compared to the likes of Microsoft Azure or Amazon's AWS. But more importantly, Google Cloud made a positive operating income of about $395 million. They made a loss of $590 million a year ago, and now they are finally getting into positive operating income. That is definitely a very good news for Google Cloud. Let's quickly look at the balance sheet. The total cash equivalents, and marketable securities are about $113 billion. Total current assets are about $164 billion, and total current liabilities are $69 billion. So there's almost $100 billion of delta between these two. So we can definitely give credit to Google's cash position, close to $100 billion. The number of outstanding shares, currently they have about 12.7 billion outstanding shares. And a year ago, the count was about 13.23 billion outstanding shares. So this indicates that there is significant buyback of shares by Google in the past 12 months. Let me now talk about whether $130 is a good price to enter this stock or not. For that, I'm going to show valuation of two cases, and I've given more details about this valuation in my previous video, and I'm going to include that link in the pinned comment like I said before. I'm going to show the first case where I'm estimating $172 price target, in which I'm assuming that Microsoft is going to completely disrupt Google's search business, and therefore I've assumed 0% growth for Google's search business in the next 5 years. And I'm also assuming that the Google Cloud will only grow by about 15% and will have a net profit margin of 20%. Personally, I think Google can do much better than this $172 price target because, in my opinion, Google search will continue to grow in the single digits, low single digits for sure, not 0%. So let me show you another case where I assume great execution and almost no threat from the generative AI from ChatGPT, Microsoft in this case. I'm estimating $250 in this great execution case, in which Google search will continue to grow at 5% year over year and maintain its net profit margins, and Google Cloud growing at 20% year over year and achieving 25% net profit margins. Obviously, this is a great execution case. Personally, I believe Google is going to do something in between these two cases, between $172 and $250. So my personal assumption is that Google will do something in between and get to about $200 price target in 2027. And that's why I kept buying this stock when it was trading below $100. And I kept saying in my previous videos that I'll continue to buy this stock as long as it stays below $100 because I can have a 2x because my price target is $200 in 2027, right? But having said that, I did add to my position in Google. I even posted in the YouTube community that I'm adding at $116. So I'm still comfortable at $116 because at $200 price target in 2027, I'm looking at an 80% gain. In conclusion, for my personal journey, I will not add Google at $130. I will add between $100 and $115. And if it goes more than that, I'm not going to add. If it doesn't get there, it's okay. I'm going to stay on the sidelines. Thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.